I'm going to explain what is really happening in a religious mind. And it doesn't matter whether it's Christianity or Islamic belief, but any religion that believes that there's a singular God, that there's a Satan, that there's a heaven and there's a hell, and you've only lived life one time, that is one big sloppy mess of consciousness. Yeah, inside that sloppy mess, it's divided up, but those little divisions don't matter. The bottom line is, the belief is that God controls your soul and will dictate your outcome. Well, that is not true. Let me use my little, this model. Tends to work really good because it points out the two two membranes. We have a dark membrane, a fear membrane, the stupid little atoms disorder inside the universe. And then we have the light membrane, the love membrane, full of compassion, empathy, peacefulness, restfulness. Beautiful place, beautiful heavens. The human mind has a left side. That is the logical portion of thinking. The right side is a very creative portion of thinking. The logical side is taught by other men because this is actually old concepts that have been floating around for 10,000 years inside the dark membrane. These concepts do not exist in the light membrane. So another man, another human, another organization, a church, designed to control their thought, manipulate their thought, because they've been manipulated from the past generation, they start teaching religion, that man is sin, that you're sin, your nature is sin, and then you're sin. They teach Satan. Have you ever met Satan? No. Have you ever seen Satan? Yeah, there is evil in the world. There are evil deeds, but there's no singular identity as Satan causing that. It's much more complex than that. Hell. They believe in hell, that they're going to hell. They believe that the world is 6,000 years old. A complete denial of science. In fact, science is clearing the illusions in the universe, and many religious folk are in a complete denial of science. They can't even see that they distort the science so bad they just refuse to believe it. They believe in rapture. Born again Christians. It's scary to actually walk around thinking that you can be sucked up to heaven in the snap of God's finger. Well, that's such a delusion. That is no better than humans walking around believing in aliens will come down and suck them up and take them off the planet. I have never seen anything in this universe on this planet just simply automatically disappear. It's physically impossible. It's a physics law that will just not allow it to happen. They believe in Judgment Day. They die. They're in front of God. God says, oh, you did good. You're going to heaven. Oh, you were bad. You're going to hell. It's just material thought that has been recycling for years. So now how do we explain their relationship with God, especially the born-again faction, because they actually believe they have a relationship with Jesus Christ? Well, we got the light membrane, the love membrane. As I've stated, that is your human soul, and it lives right here. Your human soul is not made of guilt, sin, judgment, anger, hatred. It is trying to teach you that these things are not real. They don't exist. Obviously, they don't exist because this is a fake universe. But that's what the human soul is trying to teach you. But the belief, the logical side, is so ingrained, so stern, non-flexible, that they cannot leave these thoughts. Now, to create that relationship that they have with God, that God is affecting their life, that God is controlling their life, God is leading their life, the creative side creates that. It's self-induced. They are actually having a relationship with themselves. They are not having a relationship with their human soul or the light membrane. Because this source, the human soul, is teaching the opposite of this, and it's not filtering up. So they're just recycling their beliefs. That's all they're doing. Their relationship is with themselves, self-induced. They believe their beliefs. They live their beliefs. It is impossible, especially in the born-again Christian faction, to have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ or God that does not exist in the light membrane. The light membrane is a democracy of light. There are many intelligences. There is no singular God running this membrane. So a relationship with Jesus Christ is impossible, cannot happen. The relationship is with their belief systems. Now, we cannot advance our consciousness as a human species with this system. It is prevalent worldwide. I mean, 70% of Americans believe in Satan in some form. Maybe not as an identity, but as a force in some form. That's crazy. Let me fix that. 70, not 7, 70. Now, this is why we need deprogramming centers for the social fabric, because this is a social fabric. We need to start teaching this is unreal, not true, delusional, just like we would take a delusional human that thinks space aliens are going to come down and rescue him. Well, that's a delusion. And what do? We help that individual not to believe that. We should be helping people not to believe in rapture. We should be helping people not to believe in Judgment Day or hell or sin, Satan, religion. The American nation and our Christianity, we raise our consciousness. We take away the Christian thoughts, do away with that because it's very harmful thought. This will allow our social fabric to affect Americans in a positive way. It'll clean out our material mind, and our human soul will filter in more. We will, this light membrane is telling us to love gays and lesbians. This religion, the material world, the material thought, the material logic that they've been taught, they're sinners. They're not sinners. In fact, they're very specialized souls doing a very particular job on earth. And I'll explain that later, but no big deal. If America can do this, change our social fabric, so when humans are involved in our social fabric and we stop learning this garbage, we can take it to the Islamic belief, back to the old world. Really, this is an intelligent design from the light membrane. We are the new world. We are the compassionate world. We were set up that way. America, the core of American is compassion. Now, if we elevate that compassion, we are designed to take it back to the old world and start changing Islamic belief. Because basically the big circle of sloppy consciousness of religion must come to an end because it is extremely harmful. We all know that. Just look what's going on in the Middle East. We need to deprogram ourselves to deprogram the rest of the world.